Does Gojo come back to life in Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237? Let's see in this video. While Sukuna killed Gojo in the previous chapter, some fans still clung to dim hope and waited for Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237 spoilers to see the strongest sorcerer returning. It's evident that Satoru Gojo's death has shocked numerous fans of the series. As such, many have come up with various theories describing how Gojo can return. Notably, Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237 was expected to give an update on Gojo's life. Once the spoilers and raw scans of the chapter were released, fans took to social media and asked, "Does Gojo come back to life?" Or, "Is Gojo alive, let's see, after Sukuna killed him in the previous chapter of the manga?" Gojo Satoru does not come back in Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237, while Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237 was supposed to come out on October 2nd, 2023 at 12 a.m. The spoilers and raw scans of the same have been released. So does Gojo come back to life? Fans would be disheartened to know that Gojo Satoru doesn't return in Chapter 237 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Instead, the spoilers for the chapter revealed Sukuna transforming back to his original Heian period form as he fought against Kishimo. Interestingly, the Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237 never once hinted at Satoru Gojo's return. In fact, from the leaked raw scans, it was implied that Gojo's body was buried under the rubble. As such, it would be miraculous for the sorcerer to return to the battlefield following Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237. Even if either Yuta or Shoko reaches the battlefield to retrieve Gojo's body and use reverse cursed energy on him, it would be too late. As of now, it's safe to say that Sukuna killed Gojo and brought an end to their lengthy battle. Undoubtedly, the death of the strongest sorcerer of modern times has shaken the entire Jujutsu Kaisen fandom. While many were content with the outcome of the Sukuna vs. Gojo battle due to narrative reasons, others simply couldn't believe that Sukuna could overcome Gojo's limitless technique. Apparently, the King of the Curses used Maharaga as a model to reach through Gojo's infinity. As was revealed in the previous chapter, Maharaga's adaptation process starts analyzing its opponent's curse technique once it receives an initial attack. This adaptation reaches its completion after a certain point in time. However, during this process, if Maharaga were to receive additional attacks, the completion time would speed up. According to Sukuna, the first time Maharaga adapted to Gojo's infinity, it transmuted its own cursed energy to neutralize or nullify the effect Gojo. Since the King of the Curses wasn't able to replicate this, he waited for a second adaptation, which allowed him to cut through the entire space, much like Yami's Dimension Slash in Black Clover. In other words, Sukuna didn't target Gojo's infinity alone, but the space itself. Since Gojo's infinity existed within that space, Sukuna's slash managed to cut him in half vertically. Despite being the mighty sorcerer, Satoru Gojo perhaps couldn't anticipate Sukuna's plan. While several fans still had hope that Gojo would return in grand fashion in Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 237, that hope has ended with the leaked spoilers that revealed the opposite. That being said, several fan theories have suggested Gojo's return in dramatic ways. So, it remains to be seen what the author, Gijakutami, plans to do with Gojo in the future until we have to wait. And for more updates, subscribe my YouTube channel. See you in next video.